Today we're gonna work on this little set of side tables, nightstands. I'm rolling on a very loud chair. They're in pretty good condition. Think I'm just going to clean them really well, scuff sand them, and then go in with that all-in-one paint. I'm not sure what color I'm gonna do yet. That's what I'm trying to decide, but that's gonna be our project. We're gonna make it a quick one again. They're in pretty good condition. It's a little square. It's wood, but not solid wood, but they're gonna be great for a quick sell, I hope. This go well in my area at my second shop because of the size. The houses in this area, the rooms I think are smaller, so this is a good one. And the style is just right for this. I'm not gonna bore you with cleaning them on camera and prepping them on camera. You know what I will do, so I'm gonna just get that done and then come back when I'm painting. Again, this is gonna be a quick video, right? We'll see. Cleaned it very well, and it's got a little bit of I'm started to do my scuff sanding, but it has a few marks that I don't like very much, so I'm using a little bit of wood putty. I'm gonna be doing the same thing on this one, and I have a concern with all of these grooves that they have. These obviously are not 100% wood. It's a wood, but it's not solid. This is a compost wood over here, so it has these grooves, and I want to make sure that when I clean with water that there's no water going in here. So that's obviously a concern for the paint as well. So I might do all of the repairs, try to keep it as dry as possible, and then come back with a shellac, and then shellac all of this and use the shellac as my primer as well, so it will seal any porous surfaces over here, but it will use as I will use it as my primer, and then I can paint. I think that's gonna be my plan. So let's get going on those. So let me show you what I meant by this thing has some things that I don't like. I've already sealed them here with some putty, like I said. Here's this one, so I hope you can see it. You see that right there? It's raised and is not, it's not like it's scuffed or scratched or anything. I think maybe that's where I think they nailed this here, so I can't touch it from down here, but clearly it's right on top of this piece right here. And I think they nailed those, and at the manufacturer they just didn't do a good job of making those completely flat. I feel it when I touch that. I feel it, and then it just doesn't look good. Here it is again, so I can clearly tell that's gotta be like where a nail went in, and then they put a little bit of something on there. You can see right there, you see that? It looks totally erased. And here's a perfect example of what I was talking about. This edge over here where they did that division, this is porous, completely porous. So I'm afraid that when I pour water here to clean it, and the paint itself is water-based, so obviously this will go in there, and it's probably gonna make a bubble or make this look like it has water damage, and they don't right now. Not coming from the manufacturer, they don't, but I don't want to do that, so that's why I want to seal it. I want to sand this even, make the repair, and then my other option will be to fill this in with probably Bondo, but I can also just try the shellac and see if that seals it, and keep the piece looking the same, because I do think like on the drawers it makes it a little bit more interesting than just being completely flat. But my concern is adding anything water-based on here. Pinky shellac. I scuffed these and now I'm applying the shellac to hopefully seal these cutouts, details, I don't know what to call them. But this is gonna also serve as primer. Again, like I said before. After this dries, since it's gonna dry a little bit shiny, I'm still gonna go ahead and scuff it again, probably with like a 300 or something like that. And that is literally just to take the sheen off, and then the paint can go on top of that. As you can see, I concentrated mostly on those details that has. I'm probably gonna do the same thing with the body of this too right now, as I still have the tops drying with the wood putty, but I can do the sides. They've been scuff sanded and cleaned very well, so I can just go ahead and do that and leave that to dry for a few minutes. And you know, when you buy something and you never think, you look at it and you think, oh, that looks so good, there's not really any issues with that. No, there's always something in most cases. This one, this was coming apart here a little bit, not too badly. I just went ahead and put some glue on it right here and then filled it, put this on it, and it's drying right now and it should be fine. Like I said, it's not gonna be a big deal, but they never are completely good when you purchase them. There's always something, even if you don't see it right off the bat when you're purchasing them, eventually they'll show up. Taking a little break outside, waiting for those pieces to dry, but they're not gonna dry completely, not the way that I am comfortable them drying and putting the second coat on. So I'm just gonna leave them, allow them to dry overnight, and then I'll come back tomorrow and finish those off. Second coat went on these, they're drying. I'm going to do the edges of the drawers with my handy dandy brush. I glued the edges of these because some of them were just a little bit open. They look good now. They're drying and they're looking good. I'm gonna do that and we will seal the whole thing. So then this happened. I got carried away and started taking this away because I scratched it bringing it over to my staging area. So there was a little tiny scratch over here, and when I tried to sand it to repair, of course I made it bigger, which led to it quickly evolving into this madness. So what I'm going to do is remove all of this, sand it again, primed it. I'm going to tape around it and then just try to repair this area because ain't nobody got time to redo the whole thing again or paint, since I did a color mix. So pray for me. Trying to scrape everything down to the primer, and this primer is not coming off very easily. I had to really get almost into it, like with some oomph, to try to get this to come off. And I'm trying not to go past this line over here that divides that piece right there. It's getting really hard to remove all of this. Okay, it's all prepped to re-prime and repaint. I have covered the rest of the top with tape and plastic and everything, and I'm just going to work on this area. Trying to be very, very careful, and I do not have a white primer, so this is gonna have to have red primer. Let's let this dry. Just give this one coat. Gonna allow it to dry. Give it a second coat. And then come back with the top coat, which luckily I still had a little bit of top coat in my sprayer left. So this will look all the same. These guys are finally done. They'll get staged tomorrow.